So tell us about your trip. What was your favorite thing?
It was so cool.
And the wedding went good?
Yeah.
So you saw the Golden Gate Bridge, right? You saw the Pacific.
Yeah, we started at the wharf and we ended in Chinatown. And we rode on a train.
You didn't do an Uber or Lyft and just...
Oh, we did plenty of those, yeah.
Moriah wants to go explore the world. She's got an adventurous side. With all the children, there is a bit of concern about what path are they going to want to go down? What decisions are they going to want to make that Kim and I may be like, are you sure you want to do that? It's inevitable, right? Because each of them is going to want to chart their course. But I think there'll be a time where she'll want to come back and reconnect with Mom and Dad.
It was just all really cool.
You left a little piece of your heart out in California.
And so sometime I'm gonna have to go back and get it.
You can fly out with Isaac when he gets his pilot license.
That's too long. That'll be in like 5 years.
No, Isaac, you totally should come. I think you'd love it.
Mary, do you think it'd be a place I would like?
Claudia would love the people, because you can't help but love the people. I think overall, if you went there, it would change your perspective.
The balancing act right now is giving Moriah the freedom that she really wants and letting her go do some of those things, but at the same time, kind of protecting the younger children from some of that influence.
I know you and Mom were kind of like, watch out for some of the stuff out there, but I didn't find anything that I was supposed to watch out for.
So you didn't find
No,
any...
I did find just one thing, and that was just someone that was like falling over on a bus.
What? Some
I
wino?
think they were probably on drugs. Anyway,
Yeah.
I learned a lot about the history out there, and I learned about the gays.
My parents kind of prepared me for the fact that California is going to be different. It's not going to be super good. Watch out for the bad stuff. They don't agree with the overall culture of California, and then I get out there and I'm like, you know what, it's not so bad. But there are some really good people out there. It just makes you wonder why you were taught that, why you were raised that everything normal is wrong.
You hear that it's not like the best place in the world. You go out there and you're like, it really is.
Barry and I have talked with some of the children about the gay lifestyle, and it's not something that we obviously practice. There are all kinds of people in the world, and I don't think that a gay person is any worse or better than anybody else.
Like, all different kinds of people are out there. And even if you don't agree with what they're doing, like, they're all still people, and we're supposed to love them either way.
I feel like as Moriah's growing up, for whatever reason, she's pulling away from me and away from Barry. In a way, this trip with Olivia has planted seeds that further the division between us.
I want to go.
I want to go.
I want to go. I want to go. I want to go.
My life has gotten a lot busier since I turned 18. Getting up around 7, going to work. One of my jobs I have right now is working at a local farmer's market. It's hard work, but it pays. My parents definitely want us to be financially responsible. They take care of the basics. After that, if you want something, you have to work for it or earn your own money. Like, my parents haven't bought a vehicle for anyone. They haven't paid insurance for anyone. We all do that ourselves. It is tough at times, just having to buy everything you want. But I think it sets a good example and kind of prepares us for life. Before I got my driver's license, I'd been stuck on the farm. As soon as I turned 18, I went right out, went to the bowling alley. I love bowling. Went and ate at a lot of different restaurants, hanging with friends. My favorite thing to do is probably get some friends in my truck and just drive around.
So it'll take us about, what, an hour and 10 to get to the lodge?
Yeah, plus a lunch stop.
Okay.
Barry and I are celebrating our 22nd anniversary. We're headed to the Wakulla Springs State Park to see the Wakulla Lodge where we set our vows 22 years ago. And from there, we're headed to St. George Island, which I think is the most beautiful beach in the world.
So, what do you got? You got everything? I just got a couple things here to put in.
I'm putting Micah in charge because he's older and more responsible. But Lydia is the one that will make sure the things get done that need to get done. This is the list of what needs to get done. I'm not saying you have to do all this.
Yeah.
You just get to pick who does what or just make sure it gets done. When we're gone, I think the children will probably be a little more silly than they normally would be if we were here. But overall, I think it'll be fine.
All right,
Thanks
sweet.
for all your hard work and help. There is one thing that Barry and I are concerned about, and that's why Barry and I came up with the rule that Ethan and Olivia are not to be around the other children without us present.
You have fun.
Olivia has different ideas, different preferences than we do, and there's some bitterness on Olivia's part towards me regarding all of that. And I know that Moriah's spending so much time with Olivia. Some of that's already rubbed off on Moriah. I mean, we've already seen the older children start pulling away from us. And we don't want the same thing to happen to the younger children.
Hey, guess what? We're leaving. We're gonna be taking off. Give me a hug.
It breaks my heart for it to come to the point where we have to decide that the younger children can't just spend time with them apart from us. It's not forever, but until we get the relationship worked on. What do you guys want me to bring you back from the beach?
Shells.
Shells?
Shells? I'll bring the biggest shells I can find, Cassie, okay?
We can put them in
And
the
the
pond.
nicest.
Hey, Micah.
Hey.
Well, we're taking off and we're handing things over to you and Lydia.
I would say I would be in charge, but
Yeah.
like, honestly, I feel like I'm more in charge of like the fun.
Okay, the first thing is get everything on the list done. That includes, you have 3 tests. So you have to take those today.
I wonder if Mom would ever leave the house without Lydia there. Do you think she'd
That's
do
a
that?
good question.
And you're not going anywhere with the children.
Okay.
Okay. Stay on the farm.
Lydia's the equalizer. She equalizes the mischievous thoughts that Mike and Moriah might be having.
Bye.
Bud.
Surprise me with how much you get done.
So I'm thinking everything will balance out when we get back. There won't be any like, oh my, what did you do? There won't be any of that.
As soon as my parents left, Moriah and the little girls, they just got really wild.
Right, ready, here, say goodbye.
I was like, oh great, this is gonna be a lot of hard work keeping them under control.